Morning, welcome to the workshop. I'm Ron. I'm sure you recognise this H&H lamp. If you've got one, you may well be one of the people who've been asking on our website and YouTube channel, how on earth do you remove the weights of the bottom of these lamps? So I'll quickly show you in this video response how we at Relightlamps do it. Lots of people ask me how to remove these weights off an H&H lamp. If I just zoom in, you can see in the center here, there's two mouldings, two weights, two protrusions, and the arm, which is the center section here. Behind that, there's a secondary arm, this one here. This also attaches. It's a bit more difficult to see, but the attachment point's here at the back. Now you don't have to worry about any of that. It may look a bit complicated, but all you really need to do to separate this weight is take a broad flat screwdriver, and you want to try to get in between the arm, it's difficult to see, but between the arm and the moulding on the side of the weight. There is a small felt washer, so try not to damage that. If you can try to push between the two mouldings, the raised section, and turn the driver clockwise in my occasion, and turn the screwdriver, which will make the point wider, and that will force the two parts apart. Try and do that without knocking the camera. Now if you can see in the center here, there's the small washer and the pin. Just indicating there's the washer and the pin it's sat on. There's a pin between the lower arm and the upper arm. So at the back, you want to do the same thing, just gently ease it out. It's a small washer, just try to protect it. And continue to do that. Rear arm, front arm. Rear arm, front arm. There you can see more clearly. You have the roll pin with the washer, the moulding, and the rear is the same. Small roll pin and a washer. So all you're doing is pushing against the moulding, and then gently ease the weight off. And you can see how the two halves come apart. Small hole, friction fit on these roll pins. Sometimes they're a bit tricky to get off and it needs a little bit more persuasion, but generally separating them like that works quite well. If I show you in closer detail, here's a roll pin. You can see how it's split. So they take a small piece of metal and make a tube out of it, leaving a small gap. Now this is spring metal, so as it goes inside the hole it wants to try to expand, and that gives you the friction fit inside the holes of the weight. Sometimes these are quite difficult to get out. Make a little bit corrosion inside the hole or on this pin itself. Put a little bit lubricant on it. Well-known lubricant, 3-in-1. Put a bit 3-in-1 on the pins. leave it overnight, and that might help it out. Refitting is just the reverse. Line up your holes. See if I can get a shot of that. So line up the pins and then just ease it in exactly the same way it came off. Ensure that both pins are lined up with the holes. Washers are on, arms are in place, and then just apply some pressure. You may need to give it a technical tap with a hide face hammer, but basically that's how it's reassembled. So there you have it. How to remove the base weights of an H&H lamp. I'm Ron from Relightlamps. If there's any other questions about the H&H or in the background you can see here 1227 angle poise, please leave a comment, email us at the website. The websites should be down here. Until the next time, I'm Ron from Relightlamps.